Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Feng Shui for Success podcast. This is Christine.
And I'm Terry, and we're your co-hosts for today. And we're so happy to be back with you again.
First of all, we would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to all our incredible listeners around the world, from the United States, Canada, Europe, Asia, Singapore, Australia, and many other beautiful places. Your support and messages during our break truly meant a lot to us.
It reminded us that this is a global community and that what we share here always really matters.
Over the last few months, we took some much needed time for travel, see family, and reflect. I also completed a user experience design course with Stanford University, which is helping me prepare an interactive platform to make the Eastern metaphysics easier to understand and apply in everyday life.
Also, during our travels, Christine and I had a chance to meet some amazing like-minded people in Santa Monica and Los Angeles, California, and in some of Colorado's most beautiful mountain areas. We're grateful for your openness, your collaboration, and your shared energy.
I also align myself with the energy of Heavenly Forgiveness Day, a powerful time for resetting intentions. I use that moment to manifest peace, healing, and clarity. And I truly believe those intentions are unfolding for all of us.
So with renewed energy, we are very excited to begin episode 12 of the Am I the Lucky One series, The Relationship.
As we settle back into this new season together, we thought this would be the perfect time to explore something that touches all of us, our relationships, and how we navigate them with more understanding and ease with the insights of metaphysics. And we encourage you to stay with us till the end of the podcast, because we will be sharing real-life stories that show how these metaphysical insights can support relationships during challenging moments. Now, let's talk about how metaphysics help us navigate relationships. At its core, metaphysics isn't about labeling people as compatible or incompatible. It's about revealing the underlying dynamics between two people, why some connections feel effortless and nourishing, while others feel demanding or complex. This applies to every kind of relationship, like life partners, family members, friends, colleagues, and collaborators.
Have you ever wondered why you instantly click with some people, but with others it always feels like really hard work?
Very often. So it is not personal, it's energetic. BaZi, or your birth chart, help us understand emotional patterns, communication styles, and timing. So relationships feel meaningful instead of confusing. Before we go into specific profiles, there's one very important foundation that we want to explain first. So when we analyze relationships using BaZi, we often focus on the day pillar and the month pillar.
However, to truly understand what these pillars reveal, we must recognize that each pillar consists of two distinct parts. Each pillar consists of what's called the heavenly stem, which lies on the top, and the earthly branch, which lies on the bottom. And these two parts serve very different purposes.
Let's start with heavenly stem, the upper part. It represents the more obvious visible behavior, the personality traits that people can usually see and recognize. This is often how someone presents themselves, how they act socially, how they respond on the surface. In other words, this is part of someone's character that friends, colleagues, and even the new partners notice first. Now, the earthly branch. The bottom part of the pillar works very differently. So the earthly branch is associated with the 12 animal signs, and this part represents deeper, more hidden behavior. This includes emotional patterns, instinctive reactions, subconscious needs, and how someone behaves in close relationships, especially with a spouse or long-term partner.
This is also where things become really interesting, because while the heavenly stem shows what's obvious, the earthly branch often shows what's happening underneath, things people may not even consciously realize about themselves.
And this is where yearly energy mapping becomes very important. When we look at the earthy branch together with the yearly animal signs, we can see whether certain elements become excessive, whether energy is stacking over time, and how these shifts influence someone's emotional state, social behavior, and attitude toward relationships.
So instead of saying, why is this person suddenly changing, or why does this relationship feel different this year, BaZi helps us understand what kind of energy is being activated and why.
And once you understand both layers, the heavenly stem for whisper behavior and the earthly branch for hidden emotional patterns, you stop guessing and you start seeing relationships with clarity. And with that foundation, let's walk through some of the common profiles, starting with how different elements show up in relationships.
So to keep things practical and simple, today we're focusing on two pillars, the day pillar and the month pillar.
And if you don't already have your BaZi chart, please feel free to send us a direct message. We will generate your profile for free so you can follow along and understand how these insights apply to your own life and relationships. So let's begin with the day pillar that represents your core self. And in romantic relationships, it also reflects your spouse or life partner's energy.
The month pillar reflects a person's natural behavior patterns and how they interact with family, colleagues, and the wider community as a whole.
Let's begin with Yang wood partners, who are growth-oriented and curious. They thrive when they are learning or building something together, like gardening, taking courses, or creating shared projects.
So the relationship grows when you grow together.
Exactly. Yin wood, another profile, the energy is more subtle, resilient, persuasive, and adaptable. These partners often lead quietly, influencing others through consistency and gentle persuasion rather than force. It's one reason that many long-standing public figures and politicians carry Yin wood in their month pillar, which reflects their social behavior and how they navigate group dynamics.
That's really good insight, Christine. What about Yang water?
Yang water partners are often open-minded and intuitive. They love deep conversations, meaningful experiences, and emotional honesties. They are also more attuned to sensuality and physical connection. So intimacy often becomes an important part of how they bond. Give them emotional space and keep communication flowing. They connect deeply when they feel understood.
Yin water partners are flexible, observant, and quietly intuitive.
They often appreciate unique or unconventional appearances, and their taste can shift with the moment. So their energy is ever-changing, subtle, fluid, and responsive. So they connect best when given freedom and understanding. Let's talk about one of the most resilient profiles, Yang metal. It is associated with integrity, courage, and inner strength. These partners value honesty and loyalty, and the tougher the situation gets, guess what? The more clarity and resilience shine through. So challenges don't break Yang metal, they refine it. So they respond best to clarity and sincerity, and once trust is established, they become incredibly dependable and protective. While Yin metal partners are refined, detail-oriented, and value quality.
And you can imagine Yang Earth like a mountain.
A great example, Terry. So when Yang Earth appears in the month or day pillar, it often shows up as stability, loyalty, and a steady, grounded presence, very much like a mountain. So these individuals make reliable long-term partners, but they tend to embrace change more slowly. So with gentle encouragement and a supportive environment, they can adapt and move forward with confidence.
And in contrast, Yin Earth partners are resourceful, supportive, practical, and patient with a naturally nurturing energy.
When Yin Earth appears in the month pillar, it often shows up as someone who understands people well and communicates with warmth, the qualities that make them especially effective in marketing and relationship-driven roles. Yang fire partners are warm, expressive, and uplifting. Their energy is like the sun, bright, open, and steady. So they naturally inspire the people around them. When they feel appreciated, their warmth becomes a powerful source of support in relationship. While yin fire partners are sensitive, creative, and intuitive, their energy is like candlelight, gentle, responsive, and always shifting with the moment. They feel safest with partners who understand their inner world. Yin fire also has a natural affinity for spiritual or metaphysical knowledge.
So far, we've shared how metaphysical insights help us understand people, how different profiles express love, communicate, and even connect.
Yes, so now let's take this understanding one step further, bringing this perspective into real life.
Just know metaphysics isn't just theory. It's about seeing how timing, energy cycles, and life events interact over time, creating both opportunities and challenges in relationships.
So in this next example, we will walk through a real-world anonymized case to show how 10-year luck pillars and yearly energy shifts influence a couple's relationship journey. This is meant to deepen understanding, not to judge or predict outcomes. We have been looking at a well-known Australian celebrity couple who were married for nearly 20 years and recently announced a separation. We are simply using this case to illustrate how timing, energy cycles, and relationship dynamics interact.
And this is very important, to have a thorough review in metaphysics. We don't just look at one moment or 1 year, we look at layers. One's called the natal chart, the 10-year luck cycles, and then the year-by-year energy triggers.
When this couple got married around year 2006, both of them entered 10-year luck pillars whose animal signs formed an ally combination. One had a dog energy and the other a horse. Dog and horse are allies, and they often move in the same direction, they support each other and share momentum. That explains why their relationship felt strong, supportive, and naturally aligned during that period. It was a classic case of right relationship and right timing.
But, as we have talked about this before, timing doesn't stay the same forever. As these two people moved into their next major life phases, around their mid-40s to their mid-50s, their 10-year luck pillars had shifted. One entered a snake cycle, the other a pig cycle, and the snake and pig form one of the 6 animal clashes.
In metaphysics, a clash doesn't automatically mean something bad. A clash means change, movement, and misaligned life focus. It often shows up as different priorities, different emotional needs, or growing in different directions, even when love still exists. Over time, these differences build momentum, and if left unchecked or stabilized, there can be serious consequences, such as a failed relationship and separation.
Then, as these two entered their 10-year cycle, their mid-50s, we see another layer of clashes. One partner moved into a rat cycle, which clashes with the horse and her career palace. The other entered a dragon cycle, which clashes with dog, his career palace as well. So now the relationship is experiencing a very stacked transformation energy, not just one isolated challenge.
At the same time, we are entering period 9, dominated by the fire element. For one partner, fire is a favorable element. It enhances visibility, career success, and recognition. That explains why this period is professionally very strong for her. But fire also clashes with red, which appears on her 10-year luck pillar, symbolizes tension between career momentum and her overall life perspectives. So we see career growth and relationship pressure happening at the same time.
Yep, and then there's the yearly trigger. In 2025, the snake year clashes with the pig. The pig appears in his day pillar that represents relationship or personal palace and also relates to health and vitality. This adds to physical and emotional strain. not as a cause, but as a trigger for decisions that were already building underneath.
Now, here's why this example is meaningful for listeners. The BaZi or birth chart analysis provides some insights about certain periods naturally bring more emotional pressure, priorities may shift, and timing can influence how both partners feel and respond. Just remember, awareness isn't about preventing an outcome or judging a relationship. It simply gives people the chance to navigate challenging seasons with more understanding, patience, and support for each other. But here's the key. Knowing doesn't mean giving up.
Knowing means there is a window of opportunity to slow down instead of pushing, to communicate instead of reacting, and to reconcile instead of colliding.
Exactly. So metaphysics gives you a strategic window to help you understand the dynamic that this is a transformation period, not necessarily an ending.
This next real-life story shows how metaphysical insight, when combined with practical Feng Shui adjustments, can shift not just a relationship, but could be an entire life direction in some instances.
This happened many years ago when I was just beginning my journey in Feng Shui and metaphysics. A close friend of mine was going through a painful relationship crisis in her life. She had been with her high school and university sweetheart for years. But once they started living together and working full-time, and he became distant, often working late, and she suspected a third party.
As we all know, in these situations, this kind of emotional stress can be very overwhelming.
It was. She even quit her job to escape the painful memories tied to that phase of her life. So when I visited her home, I noticed two major Feng Shui issues. First of all, her personal success direction was completely blocked by cluttered old shoes and newspaper. And in the bedroom, a large TV faced the bed acting like a mirror.
So, Christine, does the TV symbolically invite third-party interference?
Yeah, when it's not covered, it just looked like a mirror. So she trusted the process and make the changes that I suggested.
And did things shift for her?
Yes, within just 2 weeks, her relationship began to heal, and she was offered a job by a multinational company in another country. So she moved, and sweetheart followed. So they reconciled, got married, and today she's a happy mother of 3 with a fulfilling career.
So that is such a powerful reminder of how timing, environment, and energy alignment can work together.
And that's exactly why we are here doing this podcast. We want to help people understand the relationship timing, recognize energetic pressure before things fall apart, and use metaphysical insight to navigate life challenges more wisely, not just in love, but also in career, health, and personal growth. Metaphysics helps you see the bigger energy picture, the challenges, the opportunities, and the window for transformation. It gives you clarity, choice, a voice, and emotional intelligence.
So always remember, when you understand the energy, you stop fighting it blindly. And that's when real transformation becomes highly possible.
And if you don't already have your BaZi chart, please feel free to send us a direct message. We will generate your profile for free so you can follow along and understand how these insights apply to your own life and relationships. We are so glad to have you with us, wishing you and your loved ones a joyful, safe, and meaningful holiday season. And stay tuned, our upcoming 2026 energy mapping episode is especially important with the excessive fire energy of next year, so that will influence many aspects of life. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. Bye for now.